Babes, you know how you go to the internet to search for easy plants that you perhaps want to get for yourself or your friend or whatever, and all you keep seeing on the internet is golden pothos, snake plant, ZZ, the same generic stuff. Fine, some of these recommendations are in fact easy, but in this video I want to spice things up. I have a list of plants that are easy, but no one seems to recommend them. No one seems to even know that these guys are easy. Without much ado, I want you to please shut up. That's the first thing. Grab a cup of coffee, grab something, grab someone. You may or may not need to clutch your pearls for this one, but get your hands ready for that. And without much ado, let us proceed with easy plants that I wish more people knew of so that they could free their minds and themselves from the bondage of constantly recommending the same crop of plants. This one is absolutely going to shock you to pieces, but I want you to believe me when I say this is an easy plant, okay? Girlies, I'm talking about this Calathea.
Why are you running?
Yes, you heard me right. I didn't stutter. A Calathea. I'm actually making a Calathea care video because I want you all to stop being so afraid of that entire genus. So there are some plants in that genus that are ridiculously and stupendously easy. They are so hardy, and this Calathea is one such plant. This appeared as a weed in my snake plant, and it was literally competing with the snake plant. I literally was growing this in the same conditions as I was growing a snake plant, and sis was alive, kicking, thriving, and happy. This is tough as nails, yo. It can even take full sun. It can also take drought. It will look like a bit of a hot mess when subjected to drought, but it won't die. This plant just doesn't want to die. Darlings, if you have been traumatized by Calatheas, I would strongly recommend you start off with this one, and I want more people to recommend this plant. Just give a bright light, water it when it's dry. Even if you forget to water it, whatever, it will still hang in there. And honestly, you're gonna be blessed with an aggressively growing plant. It's a weed, yo. It's a weed that just grows very aggressively and honestly needs minimal care. More human beings need to realize that this is an easy plant, and whether you're a beginner, amateur, Calathea hater, whatever, this plant works for you. Calathea leopardina, I don't even know if that's her correct name, but yeah. Darlings, I'm not done with the surprises. Hold on and get ready, set. Look at this young lady here. Oh, I always have to stand up whenever I want to showcase her full beauty. Hello, yes, yet again another Calathea makoyana. This is an easy plant we need to recommend to people more often because she is beautiful. Look at the friggin' material. Oh my goodness, she is beautiful, and in all honesty, she is easy. I've had this babe in my care for about 5 years. Yo, I got her as a small pup and I grew her into this colossus beast. Look at her. And in those 5 years, we've been through so much together. There are times where life was life and I didn't have the energy and the time to water her. She still stood by me. There are times where she had a nasty pest infection. Madame still stood strong and by me. Regardless of whatever I have put this babe through, overwatering, underwatering, she has just continued to stay alive and absolutely thrive. All you need to do, my loves, is just give this babe a bright light. That is the biggest misconception about Calathea, and I'm going to expose more in my Calathea care video. The misconception a lot of people have about Calathea is that they do not like bright light or they are low light plants. That's a lie. Give your Calatheas bright light. I currently have this one growing outdoors, and she sometimes even gets some of the full wicked Nigerian sun, yet she doesn't mind. Give this babe bright light. Put her underneath a grow light or right next to a window, a bright window, and you're good to go. And then keep this babe moist, okay? If you're a bit of like an amateur and you don't know how to keep plants moist, my hack would be just the moment they dry, I'll just water them, right? But if you're a bit more experienced and you know how to tamper around that fine line, then just ensure that she's kept perpetually moist. The only time you will have issues with this babe and with a lot of Calatheas is if you're not giving them bright light. Once you start to see this, it usually suggests, in my experience, that you're not giving them enough light and you need to do better. So once you've just found a bright place for these girlies and then you water them when they've dried or you keep them moist, you're all set and you're good to go. And honestly speaking, this plant will not give you any issues. Now, this next one is also going to shock you all. This is another genus that honestly has a bit of a reputation, but there are some easy species in that genus that we need to acknowledge and recommend more often. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Alocasia, specifically the Alocasia longiloba. There are so many different longiloba varieties, but please, if you can get yourself on the OG girl, the OG longiloba, I can personally vouch that this is probably the easiest Alocasia that there is. If you're somebody that has been traumatized by that genus, you've always wanted an Alocasia, but you're scared, you've heard so many things about them, darlings, get this one. She honestly just minds her business and she doesn't give me any issues whatsoever. I have several of this in my garden. Like, I think I have about 3 just scattered around and littered in my garden, and that is because this one is a prolific comber, if that makes sense. She produces a lot of culms that you can easily separate and they just grow on your own. So if you're a beginner or if you're looking for a gateway Alocasia, honestly, you will not go wrong with this. All I'll basically just advise is just water her when cyst is dry, okay? Don't bombard her with a lot of moisture. Water her when cyst is dry and give it bright light and you're good to go. The only thing I don't like about this Alocasia is that she goes through these flowering stages in her life, and once Alocasias are flowering, I've come to realize, just allow them be, okay? Even though their flower is ugly and you know you would prefer that it brings out leaves, just allow them have that moment, and when they are done, they will start pushing out leaves. But the Alocasia longiloba, I also love the fact that this plant is not as spider mite prone as other Alocasias. Another name for this plant is the Alocasia lucifer, but I reject that name entirely. I reject it. This is a Christian household. We don't call our plants such names. But you can tell why, because of the horns on the leaves. So honestly, Alocasia longiloba, please, instead of getting that boring snake plant that everyone recommends for beginners or whatever, try to get yourself one of these. I'm sure you'll be so pleased with yourself, or perhaps for wherever you're buying this for, whether it is your loved one, this festive season and even possibly beyond. Now, another one I want to recommend is actually in the pothos family, but it's a different spin from your regular schmegular golden pothos. I do love a classic pothos, but here's another option in case you want something different away from the regular. Girlies, I'm talking about an Epipremnum pinnatum marble. Just look at this. Honestly speaking, you can never go wrong with this plant because it is such a fast grower and very easy and very resilient. Just give it bright light, water occasionally. If you're not a fan of poles, you can actually grow this trailing. It doesn't matter, but I just love the symmetry of the leaves. I love the color and the variegation, and I love the fenestrations. Just look at it. It just looks so beautiful. Oh my goodness. So I highly recommend this, and I feel like this is an option we need to recommend more often. It was also very rewarding. So if you want something that will grow fast for you, come winter, come summer, you're gonna see some level of growth in your home. Babes, get this one. I love her so much. This next one is also an Alocasia. Okay, it's also an Alocasia, but trust me, darlings, this is an Alocasia that doesn't want to die. It has such a strong will to live, and I think this is something that needs to be recommended more often. Okay, hang on. Girlies, I'm talking about the Alocasia platinum. The Alocasia platinum. And This babe honestly really surprised me because I noticed that there was something a bit off about her a couple of weeks ago. This is a plant that used to grow really fast for me, and then all of a sudden I started to notice that the leaves were not as upright. It lost one or two leaves and it just didn't grow in a while. So the other day I finally unpotted it. I don't like to unpot my Alocasias. They don't like their roots to stop. That's one thing I'm going to tell you here for free. But I finally unpotted it to find out what was going on, and to my surprise I realized that she had lost a huge chunk of her root system due to overwatering. A lot of her, this is a plant that used to have a very robust root system. She had lost a huge chunk of it, but instead of this babe completely declining or even losing all her leaves, she had just held on to these leaves and started to develop and push out a root system. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious, I am so happy and pleased that this is a plant that doesn't want to give up. It doesn't want to die, unlike some other plants in that genus or some other plants in general that once they experience any form of overwatering, they will just throw a tantrum, lose all these leaves. This one still held on and even went as far as just developing another root system entirely. So for that reason, Mama needs to be on this list. Mama needs to be on this list, and it's a plant that I honestly strongly recommend. When this plant is healthy, she looks so beautiful. It looks like a work of art, and it's just a beautiful sight to behold. So I strongly recommend you get this. The rule of thumb for this is just to water when it is dry and give it bright light and you're good to go. Water when dry, give it bright light, you're good to go. That's all. That is all, as easy as ABC. Alocasia platinum. Now this next plant is for the collectors. This is a plant that has honestly held its value for a very long time, even though it is finally and currently being tissue cultured in China, so the price is going to drop and I'm sure it's going to be available everywhere. So anyways, regardless, this is a plant that I don't think anyone has ever come out to say I regret buying. I've spoken too long, I've spoken too much. Let me just show you. Girlies, look at this girl. I'm hoping that this camera will focus on her beauty. Focus. Okay, so just look at the material, look at the absolute work of art. The only issue I've had with this plant is that it has the tendency, and that's because I'm growing it outdoors, obviously in a very bright tropical country. It has a tendency to just push out all white leaves, but these all white leaves will just fall off by themselves and the plant is back to producing something that has chlorophyll. So it's very easy, it is fast growing, and it's also easy to propagate as well. If you're somebody who wants to buy this to quickly make some change, you will do so rather readily and easily. I mean, look at all the roots that are just in the pot. Just water when dry, great in fast draining soil, and give it bright light and you're good to go. It's honestly no fuss. You do need to give it something to climb. That's just the only thing that can be a bit of a hassle and the only thing that can be a bit of an inconvenience. You need to give it something to climb, but outside of that, easy as ABC, and definitely something that more people need to recommend more. Yeah, Philodendron Florida Beauty. I have one more plant to show you before I die of heat. I've made an entire video of this genus, and I honestly wish more people, especially my North American girlies, because she's a bit of a staple in this part of the world and in other parts of the world, but my North American girlies, she hasn't yet cracked your collection quite yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about this. Oh my goodness gracious, this. I'm talking about Epicias. I don't know why this plant isn't recommended as readily. It is actually an easy plant. It's in the same family as African violet, very fast growing in the right conditions, and if you give it enough light, it can even flower rather beautifully for you. This one just finished flowering a couple of days ago, and so what's not to love? I will say though that it honestly doesn't like to stay dry for too long. I think that is a challenge that a lot of people have when they buy this plant. It doesn't like to stay dry, so I'll just advise if you can just pop it in very, very moisture retaining substrate, or stick it in a semi-hydro setup, or you just water when it is dry. If you're somebody that has the time and energy to just keep this babe regularly hydrated and provide it with ample light, it likes bright light, and then you're good to go, honestly. And I've also come to realize that this is a plant that doesn't really do so well in heat. If you have a closer look, you see that some of the leaves have like a yellowish tint to it, despite it growing underneath a shade net. That's because we're currently in the hot, dry season in my part of the world, and it doesn't like hot weather. But for you guys that are currently experiencing like cooler temperatures right now, I honestly feel like she will even flourish best during this winter period time. So yeah, definitely get into it. I would advise, if you have like a round, shallow pot, oh god, they love them because their root system is not very deep. So give them a round, shallow pot and they will just spread and honestly just be a beautiful sight to behold. So yeah. Oh Jesus, we've come to the end of this video, and darlings, please, you have to like it. You have no choice, because I literally almost died of heat while filming this video. So you have no choice. But on a more serious note, I hope it will give you more ideas on some other easy plants to incorporate in your collection or to give to your friends and whatnot. Okay, I do love the occasional snake plant and the golden pothos, but every now and then, it's good to switch things up and it's good to make things a bit more diverse. And I hope this will give you options to play around with. Okay, if you like this, like, share, all that good stuff. And as usual, I will see you in the next one. Bye, my loves.